Hey, a little bit of intro. Hope that worked. I gotta have a new one started and created. Hey, Teresa Hadarian. Hello, my dear. Thank you for popping in. Um, I was laying down and thought, oh God, instead of just sitting here playing my game or just kind of feeling like that, lots of motorcycles and racing cars out today. I thought, just sitting around being a little bored. Why don't I do a pop up and see what everyone's up to and maybe do some readings? And good afternoon to you, Earl. And it's always nice to see you too as well, my friend. So, I wasn't sure I was going to get a lot of people. Hello, Amanda. It says right now I only have one, but I see Teresa, I see Earl, I see Amanda, Mama Sushi. I feel like I need to get that romper room mirror. I see. That's funny. We just bought one, a handheld round mirror. So I hope everybody is having a lovely, lovely day. And it's almost the weekend. So hope people have some fun plans in store. Weather's been kind of on and off. Today was a very fall like weather day today. So it was a nice break from um that's cute. Um my pop-ups are better than Pop-Tarts. That's cute. Hang on a second. I'm getting my cup of coffee. Thank you, sweetie. He's shy. He doesn't like to come into video. Unless I drag him. You're out and about traveling. Oh, that's nice. I think you're in the process of traveling to the new home. Is that correct, Earl? Oh, that first sip is always so good, nice and hot, and it goes down. I have been kicking back on my coffee, um, and I've been drinking thanks to Ramon Moon Scarab. I started drinking hibiscus tea, sweetened with a little bit of honey. You're already in okay, so you're already in North Carolina. Wonderful. It's so funny when I say Ramon's name. He either pops in chat or I get a text message from him. Um, so yeah, good to see everybody. So I hope you're enjoying North Carolina, Earl. We're getting ready next year to head out to Oregon, and I'm a little scared, a little nervous because it's a very long drive. I mean, I did it before in my 20s to Arizona, but that's when I was in my 20s and we didn't have people with cell phones and all sorts of kinds of things going on to distract while people are driving. So, um, but excited. So I'm the Sag. We love adventure. So I have tea with honey. I have my tea too with honey. Um, but I really like the hibiscus. I'm glad Ramon. Yes, Ramon. I saw your text. You're just waking up from a nap. I knew the minute I said your name, that I was going to conjure you in some form or another, um, either in chat or like, the text. So for people who are new to my channel, I think all of you are pretty familiar with Ramon. He has a channel, Moon Scarab. Please check his channel out. I had a lovely interview with him the other day. We had a great time. Yep. So I was just initially, I had this titled Lenormand, but then when I started pulling out my Lenormand cards, my other cards kind of were just like, well, what if we want to come out? What if we want to come out? So um, I like that tea. It's good for blood pressure. Ooh, for entertainment purposes only, but um, that's good to know. Shan has actually been drinking water with lemon, and he's noticed that his taste or craving for coffee has gone down. He still enjoys it, but he also, when he eats other foods or something, he notices the real sweetness. So, lemon water is really good. So, I've been drinking that as well. And I have some strawberries in the fridge. So, I'm going to make me some strawberry water a little bit later. Oh, that's sip sip. Okay. We have four people. I think we have a few more than that. I know this is going to be a busy evening. Ginger Faye and Ivana are going to be going on at 6 o'clock, so be sure to pop into their chat and say hello and support them. And I know Marina and Val are going to be going on at around 6 or 7 o'clock as well. but I just felt like I wanted to pop on. Let's see. Was hoping to shower and have my husband watch the baby, but he's just incapable of sitting still, and so he ran off instead. Yay. Oh, yes. Our significant others. Don't we love them? Mm, other little quirks, too. So, let's get this party started. Um, if anybody has any questions, you know the drill. Typically, I just put me in all caps, but today I can do personal questions. It's been a while. But remember, no third party, legal, health, or political questions. Oh, do not, oh, names that should not be mentioned, Ramon. Especially the one that begins with a T and ends with a P and, you know, big old rump. So, um, yeah, that's a train wreck. So that's going to be a train wreck ready to happen. So, not going to be doing no. It's so funny as I say no politics. Ramon, you put that in the chat. Oh my dear, what am I going to do with you? Mwah. Hello, Jr. Good to see you too, my dear. Um, what's the right way to raise our vibrations to attract love into our life? Well, loving ourselves is a good place to start. I think a lot of us will agree. Because if we solely rely on somebody else to fill that void, if we can't be whole ourselves and love ourselves, how can we possibly expect somebody else to love us if we can't show ourselves um, the true meaning of love? And that starts with us. Yes, agree, most definitely. And you know what? I'm going to still pull a card on that. Hold on a second. I see your comment. I'm going to start. Yep, got your question, Jr. Advice about creative projects. I have too many ideas going on. And you know what, Amanda? I pulled the Seven of Cups for myself this morning. Talk about so many ideas, so many things going on, and trying to figure out which one to pick. That's really interesting that you asked that question. So let's go ahead and star that as well. Ellen, you're looking for a new job. All righty. Well, I have plenty of different decks here. And so, okay, we can take a look at that, Earl. So let me just go ahead. We'll see what the energy is around that as well. And alrighty, let me just catch up here. So I'm going to start with, let's see. Actually, here, let's do this. Let's Earl, because that's a good question for all of us. So let's see what Spirit has to say about bringing the energy of bringing vibration. How can we? So let me look at my cards. You know what? I am going to use my Healing Light Lenormand by Christopher Butler, who has also just released another deck of cards with a gentleman named Ken Payne. We have had Nancy mention it on Monday, the Hekate's Path or the Hekate Oracle. Chris Butler worked with Ken Payne on that, and Chris also has a tarot deck which I would love to get at some point. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to look for the heart. There's a card with a heart in it in these decks. And so let's see what we get. What can us as a collective, wonderful way of raising our vibrations to attract love in our lives. And again, the same way as when we feel and have that love that we have for ourselves, and know that we won't accept anything but respect and love in return from the other, and we put that energy out there, then, you know. And Ramon, you know the door is always open. If you ever want to hop on, just give me a holler. I can put the link in the chat. Just saying. So let's see. Where is the heart card? Well, first of all, here, let me do this. Do these top three first. Okay, and then let's look for the heart card. Okay. I like the images. They're bigger on here. They're good for people. But my goodness, is it that the okay? That's weird. I can't find the heart card. So let me just put this aside. Okay, I haven't used this deck in a while. So where is the heart? There's the key, the crossroads, the messenger, the birds, the coffin. Unless I lost the heart card in here. Wouldn't that be something, Earl? To lose the one card. Oh, there we go. Okay. There we go. Interesting. Okay. So let me set this aside. Oh my, we found it. So Earl, the first time, let me just take this down off here so you can see. And what I'm going to do is really quick copy. And Ramon, if you are in the mood, there is the link. Alrighty, so first start off, this is you. You popped up, Earl. And so there's typically two sets of male cards that are used now in the Lenormand. One that's like just like a straight masculine energy, and then you have the one where it's the more romantic, more gentle, kind of more of like an intimate partner kind of like card. Not just intimate, but romantic love, platonic love, just someone who is very kind, compassionate to me, and empathetic. So we have you there. And then we have the ship, and you just moved. And so this feels like not only is this like a sensation of now that you're moving, and I love that the beautiful hearts in the sky, kind of guiding like stars. You're following your heart. You're following your dream. You relocated. You wanted a new start, and here you are. You're moving across the waters. You're moving towards a new life, which could very well include possibly a new partner or relationship. I did get the book though. And the book can be about secrets, about knowledge. Um, I'm going to pull an extra card for that one. Or actually, I haven't used this deck in a while. Let me see what Chris wants to say about the 10 card, because sometimes different authors have different perspectives. And with the, oh, excuse me, that's 26. Alrighty. Secrets, knowledge, and wisdom and learning. Okay, so exactly. So something is yet to be revealed. So as you're moving forward, coming into your new life, and you're taking steps, you're going to get settled in. You're on a business trip, but when you get settled into your new place, what I feel too about this card is a lot of things that we want to manifest in our life. It's good to write about it, to journal about it, because then we get pen to paper and we put down exactly what it is that we feel we require in a relationship, whether it's a job or any of the above. And this could also include writing about ourselves as well. So this book is wisdom. It's you have the wisdom, you have the experience of past relationships behind you, and more knowledge in your career as well. So I'm feeling like when if it comes to an idea of getting a new relationship, am I going to find somebody this year? Tap into that inner knowledge of your past experiences, the wisdom that you have from the past relationships. and write down and just put out there what it is that you're looking for. Speak it to the universe. Feel it with your heart. Know that when the time is right, that person will manifest, and then just let it go and give to the universe. I looked for the heart card in the middle, in the deck, and that's the heart card in this deck, the King of Hearts. And on the opposite side is a bear, and the bear is about strength, moving forward. In some aspects, it can represent a maternal presence or a internal maternal strength. And on the opposite side, Earl, I have a lady card. So moving forward, this could very well get. And what I love about this card too is the heart. It's a labyrinth, but it also for me represents putting that energy of the heart out there, just putting out that vibration of my self love, my self worth. Universe, I am whole. Help me find someone who's meant to be with me to share this bounty or my love or my life with, and just let it be. And that's really nice. And it sounds like the cards want me. You have to. Yes, we all do. And also with this card, it's about success as well. Other in other decks, it also talks about business as well. But it's about strength. For the bear, it's maternal, it's strength, it's encouragement, it's support. So continue to support yourself, your your life, your business, getting yourself centered and situated. The strength is there. Let your heart be open, and there will be a lady friend at some point, um, or masculine. I'm not, sure what your connection with preference, but whatever it is, it's that beautiful, loving, feminine energy that will be coming to you. And so I hope that helps, Earl. Um, Thank you for letting me read for you. And let's see, Ramon said, "Love that Lenormand. I have his tarot and Akate. I want to get his tarot too." So yes, a woman. Okay. You wish to get married someday. Well, when that day is meant to come, it will. And I know sometimes that's hard to hear. I went 7 years alone because I knew exactly what type of relationship or respect of a relationship that I wanted, because I saw what happened to the women in my family and the outsides of my family. And I knew that at some point I had to break that cycle for myself, and their their troubles and their sorrows and their decisions helped me see a different way. And I knew that I wasn't going to accept second best. I deserved the love, the respect, and the support and kindness from my partner, the same that I would be giving to them. So, divine timing, exactly, Earl. Beautifully said. All righty, let me just take you off here and let's see. No, let's go to Amanda. So I think Amanda was next. Amanda, my dear, are you still here? Well, wait. You're welcome, Earl. I'll take a sip while the coffee's still warm. Okay, Amanda might be tending to the baby. So, JR, I'm going to go ahead and do you next. Oh, well, Amanda, let me get JR and then I'll get you. I thought you might have been attending to the baby. And so I will get JR read, and you will be next. So let's see. Can I get a summary? Let's set this aside. And what feels like a summary deck? Here, let's use the Lenormand with the poetry. Or do I want? This is what happens when you have too many decks. And they all want to. Here, let's. Here. JR. Just give me a second, JR. I'm trying to feel the energy off of which deck. Okay, let's go to this one. I think we might have a couple of different decks here, JR. Summer reading. General summer reading. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go and use my astrology deck I got a few months ago. No? And that's what you do, JR. You create your boundaries and you stick to them. Ooh, interesting. Are we in? No, we're in Cancer now. But that's okay. Because it doesn't have to be the sign that we're currently in. Hi, Teresa Levine. So let me go ahead and just pull. Okay. Oh, I like this. Here, let me just pull one more. They're telling a story. Okay, so JR, I have, here, let me just put this down. I have the 10 of Pentacles. And for this summer, starting all out, it feels like summertime, getting together with family and friends, enjoying each other, enjoying the successes that we have had so far this year with one another, coming together, especially with the 7 of Pentacles, which is these beautiful sunflowers. See how she's growing and nurturing and manifesting. So this could also be something that you have. This could maybe be a family reunion, or this is just something in general that a lot of us love to do when it comes during the summer with the families. Celebrating everything that we have worked hard for and have taken time and had patience to grow. This could be also, let me see what this other card here is. So with family, having patience, taking time, letting things to grow. I'm kind of moving ahead now a little bit because I did get the Justice card, which is about balance. Standing, for me too, this is about standing in your power, finding that balance. And so I don't know if there's something right now in the family dynamics that needs tender love and care and patience. A little seed growing there, maybe working on growing new relationships or nourishing new relationships. And then that feeling of balance being needed, standing in your power and standing in your truth. The swords are about truth as well, what we believe in, the clarity, and finding the balance of how we share and we communicate with others. So, hello, Miss Nancy. So those are the 3, and at the bottom, I did get the hanged. Well, they call it the hanged, just the hanged. Just says hanged, hanging around. I love this card. I think this is my favorite card from the whole deck, and she's just looking at things upside down in a different perspective. There's no fear of falling. It's just a beautiful balance. And again, something that we would love to do also during the summer. At least I know I did, swinging on my tires and, climbing in the trees and everything. So just allowing yourself to kind of look at the perspective, maybe differences of perspective in our family. Let me get a clarifier for the 10 of Swords. Let me know, JR. Yes, family. Okay. Let me just pull a clarifier for the family. But it just seems here that a balance needs to be held with the family, personal boundaries, space, beliefs, the patience, needing the patience with those beautiful sunflowers. And it's kind of hard to see, but you can see that she's got this beautiful little seedling growing in her hand, and she's nourishing it, she's watering it, maybe improving family relations, perhaps improving financial relations or income into the household. Um, but that Hang card feels very much like learning learning to have perspective, having balancing. So kind of like the family, whatever your beliefs may be, whether it's spiritual, it's political, it's economical, whatever it might be. Um, and then that perspective of, okay, maybe they may not believe, share my ideas, my thoughts, my beliefs, and vice versa. And finding that balance, being able to look from a different perspective, finding that balance where we can honor each other's truths and be able to offer nurturing guidance into this. Nice card. She's free. Oh, you mean in the hang card? She's hanging from a tire. No fear. She's receiving insight. Let me just see with the family card. Yeah, there might be something going on because I did get the Nine of Swords. Something is concerning you with the family, and but just know that sometimes things take time to grow, to blow, to nourish. We have to be patient with those little seedlings, whatever's that we're growing. Remember to try to keep an open mind, um, but to also stand your ground kindly, and maintaining that balance, reconnecting with family members. Okay. So, yeah, that Nine of Swords. It just feels like there's a lot of anxiety and worry. And this could also be with, the recent past too, but reconnecting with family, finding that balance, finding that center. Remember, perspective. Perspective is everything. And just being that one to be the one that nurtures and grows and to have patience. So that's what I have for you. Oh, and JR, one more card. That's right for my heavenly bodies: curiosity, intellect, and networking. Gemini. So we just got out of the Gemini. I don't know if you're Gemini or this might be concerning somebody in Gemini, or we just need to look at the message of curiosity, intellect, and networking. And with curiosity, that could go very well too with the family. Um, People being curious about what it is they believe and share, their intellect coming into play, and also the networking. So, oh, you're a Sag like me. So, but I also love that these are butterflies, the two about transformation. So, that's what I have for you, JR. Thank you. Um, and hello, Fatima. And Maroon Moon Scarab is here. And Ramon, I put that link into the chat, just in case you wanted to join. Well, hello, Nancy. Yes, I felt like doing a pop up, instead of laying down, playing my game, doing the same thing. I thought, let's just get up and have some fun. Let's do some reads. So let me go ahead and star. And Amanda is next. Let's see. I love that. I appreciate the read very much. Thank you. You're welcome, JR. You're most welcome. So, oh, I did hit Amanda. There we go. I didn't hit Amanda. You would never hit Amanda. She's wonderful. Advice about creative projects. I have so many ideas. Oh, again, a great thing about writing and journaling is where we put it down on paper, we sit there, we look, and we ask ourselves, what do we feel? What is drawing us into what seems to be calling us the most? Kind of letting your resting, meditating, getting grounded, opening your eyes, and then kind of going over and seeing which one has the strongest. You're having dinner, well, enjoy your dinner, my dear. Um, so, but let's see what we have. What deck do we want to use? Creativity. Oh, I have the perfect deck for creativity. The cards that I used during my show with Ramon on Tuesday when we talked about the color red. Oh, I gotta make sure that those reds get worked back in there. So let's see what the color cards have to say. And also, actually, I think I'm going to pull a couple from my AI deck. I have a new AI tarot deck that came out, and they include prompts for helping stimulate inspiration and creativity. So I am definitely going to pull from that one. And you know, Amanda, too, another thing that you could do, this just popped into my head, and I used to do some things like this too in the past, is like maybe if you have like pieces of paper and write down on each piece of paper one thing it is that you want to do. And then when you close your eyes, you get grounded, you breathe, get centered, and then just hold your hand over each, like set them out in front of you and let your hand just guide over. I used to do this with tarot cards too. I will let the energy, and then just feel kind of where your hand gets really warm or where your hand starts to vibrate or you feel little prickles, however that energy feels to you. And then but keep, open your eyes, see where your hand is, pull that one piece of paper aside and continue down the line. And then when you're done, look at which ones you felt um, drawn to, and then kind of figure out, okay, which one, and then ask which one right now would be the best, way for me to go. Ask your guides, bring your guides in, and then and feel too which one. So yeah, that's another great technique as well. So alrighty, Amanda. Okay, let's get a color. Maybe even use this color too. You know what, Amanda? When's your birthday? I can also use my color astrology. And I was just saying scanning, and you got gray. Learn to scan. It says your body, but learn to scan. This is very cool. Um, Let me pull out my color astrology. Let me take a quick sip too. I'm getting a little dry. And let's pull from my Artist Decoded AI deck. So what you having for dinner, Ramon? Anything good? Alrighty, so let me set these cards here. Let me look at what I have. Ooh, let me grab my book. So the deck that I'm using, my AI deck, and I'm arranging a discussion on this deck with Ramon, actually, with Bill, ASMR Tarot, and Jeff Bailey. We're waiting for Jeff to get his deck, his copy, and we're going to be having a discussion on AI in art and with spirituality in our divination cards or spiritual cards. And what I love about this is that they go ahead and they put a imagine, which helps stimulate the deck was created to help stimulate creativity. So it's not letting AI do all the work or allowing spirit to do all the work, but bringing them together and then giving you prompts and tools and insight to actually do something on the physical plane to get your own creative physical art and creativity going. So great. Learn to scan your body. So another great idea too here, Amanda, if writing the ideas, on the cards if you want to do that, but then also go through your body and um, do a body scan. Starting with your with a white light above your head, and as you go down in, imagine that light turning to each color of the chakras. Scan your bodies, and also noticing where you might feel um, a hesitation, like you have to really add some energy and color to that chakra. And then when you're ready and it feels, flow down to the next one and go through all of that. Pay attention to what colors, and then when you're grounded, go ahead and do the scan with your words and your ideas of what your projects are. moving forward. So from the AI deck, I have the Queen of Swords. Isn't she amazing? Of course, the queens are all about, the intellect, the thinking, and sometimes that thinking becomes overwhelmed because there's so many ideas that we have. But the queen, she's very seated well in her throne. She's very articulate, and she's very clear of thought. And I want to see what they recommend too, for stimulating that creativity. Self-reliance and the qualities of intelligence, independence, and rationality. Okay, so if this card appears in your reading, it reminds you to embrace your intellectual prowess and to be mindful of letting your emotions cloud your judgment. So again, making sure we scan our body, make sure that we're all in line and that we're grounded and we're in a calm and collected and clear space. And then if you want to do the scan with your hands with your pieces of paper, or if you just want to automatically start writing, or just open your mind to see which project comes into your mind first. And so this is great. And I'm going to read this because they give such good information here. So for their imagine, it says here, Jenny Holzer, the renowned American artist and writer, challenges societal norms and political issues through provocative language. Her truisms, displayed in public spaces as posters and LED signs, prompt reflection with statements like, the biggest problem with communication is the illusion that it has been accomplished. Wow. The biggest problem with communication is the illusion that it has been accomplished. Whew. In this exercise, address communal or global issues that concern you using provocative language. List the problematic issues and brainstorm concise statements that confront them head on. Strive for clarity and objectivity in expressing your message. Create 3 posters using your chosen artistic medium, each featuring a unique hashtag. So there you go, maybe a hashtag for your projects. Display them in different public places or spaces. Track the hashtags to gauge resonance on social media or wherever a butterfly effect has been set into motion. And if public spaces is way out of the question, but maybe like on Facebook, with ideas on Instagram, maybe even like little places in your home, little hashtags, and see how people respond in your household, to that. So, again, wonderful prompts, wonderful tools to explore creativity. I absolutely love this deck. Um, and Amanda, if you feel comfortable, I can also give you a little read on your color astrology if you would like. All I need is the month and the birthday, and I can read what the keywords are for your and show you your color, your keywords, and possible um, compatible birthdays with colors that might resonate with you. So let me know, and I'll take a sip. And I have enough time to do a couple more if anybody else would like um, a personal reading. Amanda, you know me, creativity. I got all the creative stuff, the color, the cards, just lots of wonderful. I love creative brainstorming, and Ramon can attest to that. Him and I throw creative ideas at each other all the time. Ooh, October 6th. So that makes you a Scorpio. My moon is in Scorpio. Oh, wow. It was just a couple pages from where I opened up. Beautiful. Look at that. It's great mist. What a beautiful color, Amanda. And it's interesting, Amanda, my birthday is December 6th. So we share the same day too. So great mist, sensual, romantic, artistic. Do you see this, Amanda? We're talking about art and creativity. Look at that. Artistic. Oh, Libra. Okay. I'm learning the signs. That's why me and Care Bear are getting together every month to learn about signs. So here you are creative and magnetic and have a flair for performing or doing anything that requires imagination. A healthy lifestyle and creative outlets that allow you to express yourself are vital for you. Your daily schedule is important. The central part of your personality can push you toward excess if you are not mindful. So, in this whole process, again, being mindful, being grounded, doing those body scans, and getting centered with yourself, and then calling in whatever guides that you work with um, for creativity. And I can say, too, right now, yes, I will share Archangel Jophiel. She's one of my main angels, and she's the archangel for um, artists. I had no idea. I was meditating um, back in the day, and I said, "What angel is my guardian angel or can help work with me?" And I heard the word Jophiel. I didn't know if that was a real angel or not. I looked it up, and sure enough, Archangel Jophiel is very real. And when I looked under her credits, her credentials, she helps people who are artists. She helps the creative people. So that's another one that maybe to tap into, maybe ask for guidance. And it says here how this color benefits you. Your personal color vibrates to the many facets of your personality. Wearing, meditating on, or surrounding yourself with great mist enables you to feel balanced in the midst of the numerous challenges that occur from day to day. And you're a mom. You got a lot of responsibilities, a lot of challenges. Um, so being able to do anything creative, being mom, juggling, like Karen. Karen's got twins. I mean, I don't know how you moms do it. You know, taking classes, being a mom on top of it, learning new things, being creative, finding time to write poetry. It's amazing. Wait, yes, she's awesome. She is. And your compatible birthdays are September 7th, September 28th, and November 16th. So I love that I have this because it really coordinates, excuse me, with the cards that I end up picking for readings. It's incredible. It's incredible. Does everybody remember that show? That's incredible. It was like late 70s, early 80s. I remember watching that as a kid. You are so welcome, my dear, and lots of love to you and baby sushi. Aurora, I hope she's doing well. And hello, Hilda. I saw that you popped in. I didn't want to say hey because I didn't want to lose my train of thought. And hello, Rebecca. I'm lost and would love to know if my spirit guide has any messages for me. Oh, so you would like a color astrology as well. Okay, well, welcome, Rebecca. I think you're new to my channel. Park now. Oh, beautiful. Okay, well, let me see. I will add your name to the list. I might have already somebody else. Let me go see. Ellen R. So, Ellen, are you still here, my dear? I know there's several lives going to be starting shortly. So, Ellen, yep, there you go. I did not miss yours, Ellen. You are up next. Are you going to stay in chat for your read? You are next. So let me know, and I'll take a quick sip. Ellen. So, Ellen, are you still here? Let me wish you the best on the rest of your pop up. So, Ellen might have left. Well, Ellen, if you pop back in, you are next. So, if I'm still on, let me know. And so, Gabrielle, yes, questions are still open. Um, I don't do, as you can see, scrolling at the bottom, I don't do third party, health, legal, or political. And depending on the question, it may be that we can look at the energy around certain questions, but just so you know, because you're new too as well. So, yes, several shows are popping on right now. So, Ellen is probably not here. So, let me go ahead and Rebecca. And so, let's see. No, wait a minute. Yes, Rebecca, and then Gabriel. Speaking of archangels, an archangel with the name of Gabriel. Gabriel. Heather, would you read on me and my guides? I sure would, Hilda. Alrighty, let's see. Rebecca says here, so excited and new to this all. I resonate. Aw, thank you, Rebecca. Yes, you are at it. So, Rebecca, I'm lost and would love to know if my spirit guide has any messages for me. So, let me put this here. Let's see what we have. What deck am I drawn to? Let's use the Unfolding Path Tarot. Let me pull a card from there. Whoa. Yep, that's a little too many. Let's get that shuffling. Yes, Hilda, thank you very much. Thanks for being an awesome mod. And Ramon, if you're still watching, if you would like a card, please let me know. He's probably making his rounds, supporting everybody. Ooh. Okay, so I'm being drawn to this new deck that I just did a show with Nancy on last night. The Ancient Stones Oracle. Ramon. He's eating dinner. He may be catching up because I know Ginger Faye and Val and Marina from Heart Center Tarot is also going live. So let's see. I'm going to pull one from here. I love doing spirit guides messages. Because who likes the energy for politics? It's too icky for me. Ooh, do I want to pull from another? Oh, and you did include your birthday. Okay. So we will do that last. See how your birthday and the message that goes with your birthday coincide with the cards. It'll probably be crazy. Girl, please. I love those memes. I don't know if anybody has seen them where you see one of those stone angels or a piece of artwork where the angels are going like this. They're like sad. They're going like that, and someone puts above it how my guardian angel sees me. Like, oh God, face palm. So alrighty, let me. Before I take that off, let me grab Scorpio. See, I don't know a lot of astrology, but my daddy was a Scorpio. November. Let me just pull that up really quick, and we will get to that after the cards. November 12th. Ooh, I'm getting hungry now. You'll see why. Okay. So, Rebecca, I got the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is somebody who is taking their time, baby steps, learning how to move forward, having patience. So something has kind of been planted. I love this little plant in here. And the Pentacles are about finances, security, stability, and also our spiritual connection to ourselves and nature. And the Knights are the slow moving Knights. And you can see why. They're just like the page, they're a student. They're starting to look, they're starting to study. And so the Knight, this is like the next stage. She's got her pentacle in her hand. She knows what she's doing or what she wants to do. And she knows that it's going to take time and patience for this plant to grow, for her ideas, her finances, her spiritual connections, whatever projects that you might be going on in life in general. Sometimes we need to take those baby steps moving forward. But the card from the um, Stone Oracle is beautiful. And look at that. Pave your own way. So, yes, you are that knight. You're taking steps. And boy, are those steps. And you're moving to that big, beautiful mountain with that beautiful, brilliant, faceted light shining. So pave your own way, leadership, courage, forge your path. Don't follow. Be the leader that you are. I'm getting like the sense of, avoiding the group think, avoiding the bandwagon, like, oh, you should be doing this, oh, you should be doing that. Why would you? No, this is where baby steps. There's that intellect, there's that study, and there's that growth. You have all that knowledge already underneath your arm, and you're taking those baby steps to make that beautiful, beautiful plant grow, um, which is also symbolic of you. You're moving forward, you are paving your own path, and you haven't yet. Then this card and your guides are letting you know it's time to pave your own path. Have the courage, move forward, um, forge, don't follow. And let's see, wish I knew with what. Again, sitting down and writing and journaling what makes you happy. What are your passions? What is it that you want to do? Ask your guides to come through. Ask them to give you signs and then put that out there into the universe. And instead of constantly worrying about getting a sign or am I missing, just release it and let it give it to the universe. And then your guides will show you. They will give you a sign. Um, oh, hello, Joseph. Can't stay. See you later. Well, thank you for popping in, Joseph, and saying hello. Much appreciated. So let me. Here, let's go back to my AI deck because this is also a very insightful deck. Okay. Well, night, paving your own way, baby. Because the nights are all about baby steps, moving slow, keeping your eye on the focus, not rushing into things. Your nights and pages are very meticulous. They study, they observe, and they wait for the timing to be right. They have an extreme amount of patience. And I love that she has that pentacle under her arm and that plant. It's like, yes, I'm ready to move forward. I'm ready to forge my own path. And that beautiful card says to pave your own way. So they're supporting you on that. So let's see what we get. One more card. Okay. So from this, you got the death card. And that's not a scary card at all because death is about rebirth. So there are things that, because you're paving your own way, you're following that inner leadership, you're following your courage, old parts of yourself are going to just are going to pass. You're going to emerge. You're going to transform. You're going to I'm looking. I sat because I was waiting for. It's about transformation, rebirth. It's moving out of the ashes of your past, honoring them, honoring those before you, and saying, "I am, I am for in this ancestral line. I am taking my power. I am paving my own way, and I'm going to rebirth myself anew." And I'm going to read the prompt. And Hilda, really quick, Ramon didn't ask for a reading, sweetheart. He's eating dinner. He's probably checking out other channels. And I believe Ellen is gone. So it's okay. You don't have to keep calling for them. But I appreciate you doing that. I'm trying to open my third eye and have been for months. Patience, slowly, because you don't want to rush into something if you're not ready. And so with a night, okay, so with a night, baby steps, being meticulous, being steady, making sure that all your ducks are in a row, so to speak. And now, if Allison pops into that chat, I'm going to laugh because of the duck comment. But if you're opening your third eye, making sure that you are well grounded, you are well protected, that you have the right reasons in your heart for wanting to start expanding and growing your abilities, making sure that's coming from a place of love and compassion and of light, being open to your guides, And so making a list of all these things that get you grounded and get you into that energetic field, that vibration, for these things to start opening. Your guides are there. Ask your guides to protect you. Before I do shows, I ask Archangel Michael to keep me safe and protected um, while I'm doing my readings. I call Jophiel in, I call Oriel in to help you give clear messages, to be able to stay grounded. So making sure that if you're trying to open your third eye, you may be pushing things. It takes a while, making sure what we're eating, making sure what we are drinking, because you don't want to try to do spiritual practices, at least from my point of view, if through intoxication of drinking anything, because then that lowers our energy and our ability to really discern and to keep that safe, healthy spiritual protection and boundary up. I know some people, they like to smoke weed. They like to be able to relax and loosen up and to allow in. That might work for some and may not work for others. And again, you could be very well not being well protected energetically. Again, we are all different. We all practice differently. A lot of people, they like to do the plant medicine. They like to try the ayahuasca. They like to try the Sylvia. But just being sure that with the process of opening up your third eye, that you have all the basics in place of being grounded, protected, and you're calling your guides in and making sure that you're doing this from a place of love, authenticity, and integrity. And that's what I have with that. I'm going to pull my book because I'm hearing enough said. I'm like, okay. Um, Not that I hear here, but I'm getting the impression it's like, okay. So let me just find, let's see what it says here. The transition of consciousness. So in this deck, yes, the transition of consciousness. You just have to give it time. Um, Let me see what jumps out of here for me. Let's see. So in the Zohar, a foundational work in Kabbalah, which offers complex mystical interpretations of the Torah, Nun relates to the concept of falling or descending, as is seen as a symbol of humility and submission. This idea of falling is associated with the fall of man in the Garden of Eden and the subsequent need for redemption through spiritual growth. So, if the death has appeared in your reading, it reminds you that potent beginnings often emerge after painful endings. By shedding the superficial, the essence of the self can be released. So, you may be in the process of doing this, releasing those things that no longer serve you, that are unhealthy for you, to be able to move forward and step forward on the spiritual path. And I'm going to go ahead and read your color astrology, and that will be your reading, Rebecca. More research on grounding. Mm-hmm. You are welcome. Again, baby steps. Crystals also are a good way of connecting spiritually. I love my crystals, and if you can get just a basic clear quartz crystal, they can be programmed for anything, and they're powerful. They're potent. They're the basic crystalline structure within the earth, within our bodies. It's in our electronics. It's in our it's in our technology. Um, it's very strong. It's a very potent crystal, and it's great for manifesting. You can put your intentions, program your intentions into them. So let me see again. Here we go. We are. Let's see. Yep. So Rebecca, you have baked apple. Oh my goodness! All I can smell now is apple pie. So that's your color. And it says here, people are determined, alluring, and interesting. And that goes determined with that Knight of Pentacles, but a slow, methodical, determined. You're focused, you're grounded, and you're moving forward. Beautiful. You are mysterious, and a lot of what you feel remains hidden from others. You are mentally strong and have a knack for knowing how to read people. It is very important for you to stay physically active. Sports, dance, and exercise are just some of the ways that you can channel your intensity and release unwanted stress. And that is a great way too of connecting with our third eye. Um, Dance, movement, whether it's in your home where people can't see, but doing dancing, listening to music that gets you in that place, drumming, chanting. Um, it's a beautiful suggestions in here, especially for your question. Let's see, your personal color accentuates your natural charm and sense of humor. Wearing, meditating, or surrounding yourself with baked apple lightens some of your intense feelings and inspires dignity and kindness. And your compatible birthdays are people January 4th, July 14th, and August 5th. But that beautiful color right there, Rebecca. So that is your reading, my dear. Good luck to you. It was so nice to meet you in chat. Let me get these all set back into, because sometimes I mix them all together and I will find cards in other decks and I'm like, what did you get here? So let me set this aside. All righty. And I don't look at chat while I'm reading so I don't disconnect. Let's see. Okay, great idea. Hilda saying hello to everybody. There we go with the open eye for months again. No rush. You're doing great. Gabriel says weed really does help me sit and really be with my feelings. It still takes effort and will. It amplifies them and they are more clear. So we're all very different and we all resonate and vibrate differently. So find what works for you and what does, then stick with that, but be open to other ways as well. Beautiful advice. Let's see, I definitely need to do more research on grounding. Okay, yeah, alkaline water. We've been recently watching a couple of videos on hydrogen. Is it hydrogen water being added to your water? They have the bottles that add the hydrogen molecules. Um, but I don't know. To me, it seems just kind of like a gimmick a little bit, but that's very interesting. For alkaline, we've been just adding lemon to our waters. And I know Shant's been noticing a big difference because he's got a lot of physical ailments going on right now. And he's found that the alkaline water from the lemon is greatly helping. Gabriel, I wish I could do that, but the toe times I tried. Yep, some people, it's just not good for everybody. I get severely sick. I can't be on stuff like that. So again, it's all how our bodies are and how we vibrate and resonate with the different medicinal herbs that are on this planet. And Teresa, hi Hilda, I had to leave to put horses away. Started to rain. So Teresa's here. Hilda, yes, I was the same. I realized it's because I was fighting the feelings and my body, my brain body needed time to acclimate. Dosage is also super important. Yes. And knowing your limits as well. Because I do have a friend. Well, I've known a couple people, but it was like she didn't trust her own intuition or being able to read for me or connect with spirit unless she took hits. So I gotta go take a hit. I gotta go take, and so sometimes certain plants, the medicinals, might become more of a crutch and become more, I won't say of addiction, but just kind of a mental crutch, and then that kind of maybe slows our process because we feel like we can only do it unless we smoke something or we drink something or imbibe something. And there are some people that I have heard of that are able to do a lot of this ascension process or dimensional work just through the use of breathing, their breath, raising their kundalini. I mean, there's so many different ways of how we can connect to spirit. So this is what I like about my chat, my community. We all share different experiences together, and we learn and we share from everybody, and we respect, and that's the most important thing. So let's see. Did my I've been having problems with my mouse today. Alrighty. Okay, talking about the horses. Oh, it's beautiful. Alrighty, let me make sure. Like at Euphoria and got super scared. Yeah, Hilda, if it doesn't work for you, then don't do that because you don't want to be in that place where you don't have control over your faculties. I'm sure Gabriel by now knows how what her limits are and what she can take in and can then from there be able to work with the energies and things around her and be able to stay in control of those energies. Whereas some of us, it's too much. And if we can't stay in control, that's kind of like a recipe for kind of disaster, really. Because then you never know if we're going to be attracting energies or entities or vibrations that are not of our highest good. And it's not supposed to be like a fear factor, but it's just something that needs to be addressed and understood when you're doing any sort of spell work, spiritual work, um, yeah, any channeling kind of work. So um, it's all about proper proper spiritual hygiene, I guess. Um, Florida water, I absolutely love. I love putting that in my water, bath water, from time to time to release energies and to kind of cleanse and just then visualize all that energy and stuff from the day just going down the drain. Um, oh, it wasn't Gabriel. No, we are. I'm very open to having people share their experiences and their thoughts. The only time that I will block somebody or request or have a comment removed is if they try to force that their perspective or their experience or how they do something is the true way, the right way, and that's a big no no on my channel. So we just promote, what we learn, what we know, and we take what resonates with us and what doesn't, we don't. Boundaries, yes. Well, for me, I don't like what I can't control bodies. So we listen to our bodies. That's what's most important. Again, forging our own path, right, Rebecca? We forge our path, we take our leadership, and we listen to our bodies and know what works best for us. Try going outside. Yeah. Aw. So, yes, no worries, sweetheart. I love having these conversations. And we can also, a lot of us can all agree to disagree too, and that's perfectly fine. I do a lot of shows where Jeff and I, along with Tom, will have conversations on subjects and topics in the spiritual community that will not resonate with a lot of other fellow readers or people in our community, but we keep it respectful. We just look at um, topics from our perspective, our point of view. We share, and sometimes we will learn something new, and that's how we keep the conversation going. We keep the energy going, the education, the knowledge. And on Fridays too, I hang out with my girl Allison, and lately her and I have been having more conversations. We do a few readings, but a lot of interesting topics have been popping up in our lives of late, and we like to share and have discussions on them. Um, so let me see. I don't think Ellen came back. She probably thought I wouldn't be able to do her reading. So let me just go ahead. And Gabriel, you are up next. Did you have a specific question? If I missed it, I apologize. I know we're talking about, okay, all the wonderful sharing in chat. It's not going to let me go all the way back up. And hello, Nor. Okay, I see you now, Nor. I don't know if you are still here. Let's see, it's 6:23. I still have time for a few. So, no, it's free. I do take donations if one feels drawn to donate. My link, my Venmo, is in the description box. And if you do, it's much appreciated. And let's see. So, okay, what is coming next for Gabriel in love? How can she prepare? um, okay. Oh, I had Deck just yell at me. All right, at least a couple of them here. So, alrighty. For you, my dear, I am going to use Rebecca Campbell's The Rose Oracle. I just used one of her decks for the Stone Oracle a little while ago for actually just for Rebecca. And then her other one with me, I feel like I need to pull a card from Work Your Light, also by Rebecca Campbell. The artist in that deck is is Danielle Noel. And in this deck, it is Katie Louise. Okay, let me see. Let me just put that up there. Okay. So we'll look at the current energies, and of course, as we know, all these this can always change. This is just this moment in time, and that we have, to an extent, the free will to take the information we get, and then what we decide to do with it from there on is how we jam. Oh wow, this is beautiful. So, and again, too, all these meaning readings are also very much for the collective, because we can always learn something for our lives from a lot of these readings as well. Um, okay, so I'm going to start off with the why can't I work your light oracle? So I pulled one card from this deck for you, and it's Pillar of Light, and it's so interesting that we're talking about this and discussing this, connecting with our spirituality. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. So, whatever work that you are doing, continue doing that. You're raising your vibration. Um, Again, when it comes to love, as I stated in the beginning with Earl, it all stems from self love within us. We have to be that whole individual, spiritually, emotionally, physically. We have to be basically in love with who we are and love ourselves, so that we put that vibration, we put that energy out there for the right people to come through. But you are that pillar of light, and you draw in what you want to manifest, what you put out. So a good message for all of us. We are our own transmitters, receivers, bringing that all in. So for the Rose Oracle, I let me just give me a second here. Look at okay. So healing has been going on, whether this is recent past or currently right now. You have healing is happening. Look at this. Your guides, ancestors, whatever your goddess, however you see the divine feminine, whether she's an actual conscious being or she's that archetypal energy that you feel resonating, because she's within us as well. We are of her energy and we resonate with her. And I love these beautiful candles of light floating on this water, and her heart is blossoming, is opening, and it just keeps erasing like that pillar card. See how that light is just lifting up, like in that card, and it's going to that beautiful blossoming right there. But there's healing that needs to be happening, and this is so beautiful. You're not broken. Trust the process. It's safe to soften. So for this love to come in, Gabriel, it feels like we've got some healing to do. We have to trust the process, not rushing anything. We have to feel, um, we have to make sure that we feel whole, know that we are enough, that we are worthy, that we are not broken. And it's okay to be soft. In this day and age, everything's all, especially for women, it's all hardcore. It's like, you know, just I really don't like how women are presented in the media, movies, TV, advertisement, everything, music, um, having to be hardcore all the time. Here, it's all right to tap in our feminine, our softness, um, tap into the energy of who we are, not having to be somebody that we are not. Next card is beautiful. It says we're going through that process. A new story is being written. You're the one that decides the story. Alignment, and it's coming together. Look at that. That beautiful blossoming, and there she is under there, holding herself, lifting her head, and she's breathing in and taking those beautiful divine blessings from the rose, coming up out of the misty waters on her beautiful pedestal of flowers, and just being at peace. You could just smell the rose in this card. This is such a beautiful deck. You can really smell the roses, and it's an alignment. You're aligning with that blossoming self love. Goddesses like Freya, Aphrodite. I believe Maeve is also one that teaches us about self love, loving the self, um, being in touch with our sensual sides, knowing that we are whole without the need of another. Um, that's just really beautiful. The next card you have is the crowning. And this is kind of like the reference to when the baby's being born, and they said we can see the crown of the head, the crowning. But here it's about initiations, thresholds, a birth, a rebirth, and a seat at the table. So as you're going through this pain and you're healing, and you're picking up any broken pieces that you feel are broken. Sometimes we do feel like we got to pick up the pieces. Um, but sometimes those pieces we don't need. So this is where we kind of learn too, where what falls apart is meant to fall apart, and what's left is what's holding us together. And it's that beautiful rebirth, the initiation. We're being reborn again into ourselves, and we're joining that lineage of these ancient goddess mothers. I believe this is Hathor, the Egyptian goddess Hathor, and we're carrying and we're putting that crown on us. We are birthing ourselves something new. We are birthing ourselves anew. And whatever no longer serves us, we're releasing and letting go. Sometimes this can represent an actual birth of a child. Um, this could also represent rebirthing our inner child and letting her know that it's okay, that she's safe, and that, we're here for that inner child as well. Um, so that's what I have for you in these cards, Gabriel. I hope this is resonating with you. And let me go for fun. Let's grab that astrology. And oopsie, where did I put your? I think you gave me your date, didn't you? Scorpio, November 1st. All righty, Scorpio's in the house. Okay, November 1st, Mars red. Look at that. Commanding, dynamic, and enterprising. You are born to explore and investigate, and it is important for you to be exposed to new and interesting ideas. You want to be offered opportunities for growth and understanding. Your mind is keen and alert. Try to stay curious and open to alternative points of view, which we are doing today. This is what we're doing. We're sharing our truths, our perspectives openly and respectfully, in my chat. Try to stay. Okay, so I already read that part. You can be a great leader if you cultivate the ability to be flexible. This personal color allows you to move into new territory with an open mind. So again, there's that connecting with the rebirth, the healing process. This could also with that the goddesses joining that maternal line. This could be also healing ancestral as well. Not everybody believes that we can heal ancestral lines, but I think that's from each of our own perspective and how we feel when we work and honor our ancestors and try to heal parts of ourselves and hoping that energy resonates even into different times, even before us, to maybe help, maybe spirits on the other side or timelines. That's a whole other can of worms to open, but just initiating that ability to, like it says here, to cultivate the ability to be flexible, to be able to be a great teacher. And I feel like with this healing that you're going through, the search for self-love, to find that love outside of you. You can't find it outside of yourself, but as a companion too. Um, you have a lot to offer. We all do. But this shows here that you are very dynamic. You are very commanding. That your presence, your energy draws people in. You're that pillar of light again, my dear. Um, so let's see what else. Wearing, meditating on, or surrounding yourself with the Mars red helps you integrate persistence with adaptability. Just being persistent with adaptability. Kind of being adaptive. I'm trying to figure out how, because I learned this in a group that I was in. It's it's not being willful. It's being allowing the willingness for things to happen, to be able to adapt to a situation. Doesn't mean that we have to accept it, or say that it's right, but we have to adapt to certain situations. But being flexible, we bring our beliefs in, our experiences, and we learn to find that balance. We get in tune. We tune into that. We get grounded, and we tap into that wisdom that we have, that strength, um, that helps us move from situation to situation. And because of things that you have been through, Gabriel, and that you in the past and might be going through now, you can take that knowledge and moving forward, and teach people how you get through that. We all can teach one another. It's not like all of us need to be put on some big pedestal that, oh, only somebody who can see spirit or talk to spirit, has should be a teacher or should be a leader. No, we all lead by our own beautiful personal example. We hold the light for each other. We really do. Um, let's see. You are curious and eager. Wonderful. Um, oh, thank you, Hilda. That's so beautiful. Let's see. It's been a lot of presents that suddenly came recently after shadow work. Okay. I wouldn't try to describe it. Something just snapped. Okay. And sometimes that shadow work shows us how strong we are. I was reading a passage in one of the books, and it said that without the darkness, we would not be able to see the light. And so they work with us. Excuse me. They're a beautiful gift. Sorry, I'm having coffee. I didn't mean to. Um, oh, thank you, Hilda, my dear. Okay. I cried. Thank you for connecting. Oh, you're welcome, my dear. I hope I was helpful. I'm trying to get better at connecting with the cards and with the energy. So maybe I need to do some more of these pop ups more often to be able to, for me to start trusting my connection, because we all have those moments of doubt, because I do have fellow readers who have a stronger connection to spirit. I can hear, some can see. Um, and for me, it's just kind of, we learn what our gifts are, and then we ask spirit to show us how we can expand those gifts that we were given. And if possible, how we can expand more if we're meant to. And when it comes to love, like I was telling Earl earlier, I went 7 years alone because I was not going to accept anything less than love, respect, and kindness from my partner. Because the women in my family, lots of dark history in my family, especially on my mom's side. And I did not want to fall prey to that same type of cycle. I wanted to break myself away from that. And a lot of that has been painful. And I'm still working through that trauma right now, especially with my mother. She's on the other side, but it's still trauma that I'm working through. So, um, but yeah, any of those pieces that fall away, we're not broken, my dear. There's a beautiful type of art that the Japanese do. Um, it's called kintsugi, and when a vase breaks, you know, people might like, okay, well, let's just throw it away. But no, that vase, even though it's broken, is still beautiful, and they will fill in the cracks and the spaces that are missing with a beautiful like metal, like gold, silver, or whatever. They will lacquer it and they'll smooth it over, and they will let those cracks show. To them, it makes it extra beautiful to show that the vase, the pot, whatever it was that broke, was is still viable, and it's not, even though it broke, it's not broken, it's still useful, it can still hold things, it still has beauty to it. So that's what I have for you, my dear. Thank you for letting me read. And if you did cry, remember, a lot of people feel like when we cry or we feel, to honor those emotions, to sit in them. I spoke with my counselor just a couple of hours ago. I had my appointment with her. I've had her for 7 years. She's amazing. She's taught me a lot of coping skills, and I learned from her. And we were discussing that today, being able to, instead of repressing those emotions, unless there's a moment where we're in a situation we can't sit with them. We just set them aside and say, I honor you. I will connect with you um, in a little while. But to make sure that we embrace those emotions, even if they're negative ones, and say, you're here, you're a lesson, you're a teacher. I understand that. And I honor you and I thank you. But now you have to step aside. I have to move forward now, and so just being able to remember to acknowledge when we have those moments when we break down and we cry, and know that's going to be okay if we have to do that again. It's all about the healing. You know, some people say this is a dark planet. This is an evil planet. Um, I think it's what we make of it. And yes, there's a lot of darkness, but there's also a lot of beauty. And the media won't show you that beauty because they want to keep us in the darkness, hating one another, fighting against each other, being conflicted, and all the beautiful things kind of fall to the wayside. So, well, it says I still have 5 people in chat. So, thank you everybody for being here. I don't think Nor is here. Um, that was about 42 minutes ago. Nor, if you're still here, let me know. And if not, I'll go ahead and end my live. And there are other couple wonderful shows. Ginger Faye, Divine Tarot and Musings. She's on right now with Ivana Intuitive. Go check her out. Say hi to her and Ivana. And also Dragonfly Crystals, who is Val, and Marina, Heart Center Tarot. They're doing their show too, simulcast as well. So I highly recommend those lovely ladies as well. And so everybody, thank you again for popping in. It was nice to meet you, Gabriel. It was nice to meet you, Rebecca. Um, I don't think I forgot anybody else new that popped into chat. Um, so, again, everybody have a wonderful rest of your night. And hopefully, I will see you on the next show. I will be. Oh, hello, Judith. Thank you so much, my dear. I appreciate you, and I might see you in one of the other chats in a little while. Ginger's got something going on, and so with Ivana, and so does Marina and Val. So I will be back tomorrow night with Allison, Aries Girl Tarot. I'm not sure if we have a topic, but we've been doing topics, and then we'll do a full few card pulls, and we might have a special guest too tomorrow night. Fingers crossed. So everybody have a wonderful rest of your night, and we will see you next time. Thank you again. Appreciate you all. Bye bye.